The standard image of a cactus is almost always this: a sun-baked giant standing alone in the heat of a southwestern desert. But out in the wild, these resilient plants routinely survive in freezing, snow-covered plains and high-altitude mountain ranges. Native cacti colonize humid, subtropical limestone coastlines, thriving in over 40 states from the Canadian border down to the Caribbean. They withstand sub-zero snowstorms and salty coastal winds, yet frequently fail in the controlled environment of a living room. Thriving in a pot requires us to account for the specific biological adaptations they use to dominate these wild extremes. Species like the eastern prickly pear regularly endure winter temperatures that plunge to minus 30 degrees Fahrenheit. This is possible because of a primary cellular defense. Specialized chemical compounds act as a biological antifreeze, preventing cell walls from bursting. As seasons shift, they deliberately dehydrate their tissues. Shedding water in autumn leaves less internal liquid to freeze and expand. Because of this dormancy period, watering a cactus during the winter months is often fatal. Without a high drainage soil mix, using coarse sand, pumice, and peat, trapped water freezes and physically crushes the plant's root system. The cold air isn't the killer. The plant dies because the artificial environment trapped expanding ice. In the Chihuahuanan and Sonoran deserts, these plants face the opposite extreme: drought and scorching heat. To survive months without rain, desert species use deep, expandable ribs that swell like accordions to store massive volumes of water. Spines serve as defensive weapons, but they also function as critical thermal insulators. Dense, woolly spines trap heat during freezing desert nights and cast thousands of microshadows to cool the flesh during the summer days. Fueling these adaptations requires a specific chemical balance, often labeled as NPK. Nitrogen drives the growth of green tissue, while phosphorus and potassium power the development of roots and blossoms. Desert cacti succeed through physical micromanagement. Replicating that at home requires precise soil chemistry and sunlight. On the porous limestone coasts of the Florida Keys and the Caribbean, rare tree cacti push the limits of where the species can take root. These resilient plants evolve to thrive in salty air and rocky soil, surviving where most other vegetation cannot. But that extreme specialization creates a vulnerability. As sea levels rise, salt water intrudes into the soil, changing the environment faster than the plant can adapt. Recently, saltwater oversaturation caused a rare Florida tree cactus to become the first local extinction in the US, driven by sea level rise. The very traits that allow a cactus to dominate an extreme environment becomes its Achilles heel the moment that environment is altered. A cactus is frequently perceived as a passive object of the desert, a simple plant that only requires sand to exist. They are actually precision machines, managing moisture and temperature across a massive geographic range. Cultivating them successfully is not about neglect. It is about accurately replicating the conditions of their native habitat. By balancing soil drainage, respecting winter dormancy, and providing exact nutrients, we maintain the precise evolutionary tightrope these survivors have walked for millions of years.